I was born and raised in Hamilton, obviously, and if you're born and raised in Hamilton, you bleed black and gold with the Tiger Cat colors.
Right.
My dad was a huge football fan. Great guy, and had many jobs. He was a fantastic dad, but he had a scrapbook of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And guys didn't usually do that, but he was that much of a fan too. And I guess I kind of inherited the love for them, and of course the passion for it. So I grew up loving the Tiger Cats. Then I got into broadcasting, and of course, worked in Toronto for a fair bit of the time. When I got back into Hamilton, CHML, where I worked at the time, of course, carried the Ticat games. And I did some play-by-play, but not a whole lot for the other sports. But you get known, and I'm bringing the guests in. The football team and the radio station had a very strong affiliation, so I got to know the coaches and the players, and it seemed a natural transition that they asked me. The guy that was doing it was leaving, and he'd been there for quite some time too. And they said, "How would you like to do it?" And I need to ask me twice,
right?
And it was like, holy shit, this is fabulous. I mean, this is like a dream come true to be able to do that. I'm never going to play. Although I still, my tender age figure, I still got a shot. I could be a quarterback still. You always have that vision. So here I am, going to the games. I mean, I went to my first football game. I think I was 10 years old. My dad took me to a game, and you fall in love with it. Same as live theater, live sporting events. It's a whole different vibe,
right?
That you get into, and as opposed to watching it on black and white TV in those days,
right.
To actually the vibrancy of being there in person. And it was a bug that I caught. The first job I got, full-time job, was first year of college. I was made a fair bit of money because, long story short, I was working like 60 hours a week. I bought Ticat season tickets before I paid my tuition because I wanted to be there. So it's always been in my blood. So transitioning into the broadcast booth and doing the PA there was just fabulous. And it was just great. I mean, good days and bad days. I mean, the team went through their trials and tribulations, but you're there and you're part of it. And
right.
and again, there's that bond that you develop with, in this case, the audience, and the players too, for that matter. That you figure the old idea about, well, who's out there listening? They're all listening because you're giving the information. First down, the ball on the 25-yard line, your penalty is holding, whatever the case might be, and you can put your own little juice into it too. I still recall one story. There was a tackle. I forget, they were playing Montreal Alouettes, I think it was, arch rivals, and tackle made by and I mentioned, I forget who it was, Joe Montford. Okay,